I'm a real wild one, wild one, wild one.
G'day, Bazza here. Yeah. It's me on Rage. Get the joke? Good. Let's move on. I'm going to take you through some of my biggest hits of the year, if you get the clever double meaning. Here's one of my favourite songs about the ugly subject of tanking. Enjoy.
Well, the AFL says tanking talk should be banned. It's poppycock. But crying out loud, you're misinformed. Some teams are crap, like Melbourne. It's alright, it's okay. They just look the other way. They don't try to understand why roller plays on a rock, man. Oh, what a bother. Even my grandmother knows they're taking a dive. Winning is the second, injuries making. Can't win five, can't win five. Don't win five, don't win five. Taking a dive.
God, I love the Bee Gees. You know, one of them was called Barry. I was named after him. And Bryce Gibbs, distant cousin. Anyway, the Macarena. It was a big hit of the 90s. Remember it? No? Well, I don't give a shit. They've done a remix of it, so have a squeeze.
I'm not trying to seduce you.
I get to know at the sight of the juror. Imagine who he's so exotic, does he have a brother? Cereal so delicious, I wish he was lasagna. Hey, my God, baby.
Now that's crisp.
Rage.
Okay, here's the original Akadaka with a bit of a controversial one.
It was all about a truck in a short movie. Boris was his name, allegedly. He was robbery, chicken gate. Condom on his ear, chicken gate. Size 16. What a mistake. Perhaps shouldn't have made them fornicate. Come to Baker. Yeah.
Now it says here the next one I'm meant to throw to is some punsy Nickelback number. But stuff that for a joke. Here's the Bee Gees.
Demetrio took the blind eye, don't you save your breather, and deny strategies to help teams lose. Woman Rock McQueen and Tom Cruise. Think it's alright, it's okay. Experimentation's what they say, but they don't try. That's the plan. They want the next big Fiji gang.
That was ace. Now, haven't seen this next one, but it was recommended to me. It better be good.
Your right fist is so powerful. Concussion unavoidable. Whoa. On YouTube, so downloadable. Downright uncontrollable. It's a mental fraud, it's snap and break someone's jaw. You became an animal when you felt and snake up. You're next to went on a spree, singing about you. Frankly unemployable.
Actually, I got a sense of humour. I didn't mind that. What's the next one? Good boy. Oh yeah, that's right. Here's Culture Club.
I've hated gold, a Brisbane Bronco. Come, Michael Hunt. Demetrio, hate him shitloads. Footy's not easy though you played when you were 15. Commander has been. Remember when
That was the Bee Gees again, in case you didn't spot them. Now, let's kick it up again.
While he's used to seeing coaching, Nick Malthouse has a brain. If he really wants to carry on, you better listen to Eddie's plan. Oh, he'll be working with Nathan. Oh, over a 5-year span. Ah, yeah. Yes, Buck says he's getting more. He's getting more than reputation. Oh. It's going in a little second.
Now, here's the last song of the countdown. It's a corker, an Aussie classic. Hopefully, Sam doesn't stuff it up. Good night and God bless. Right, what do I get paid?
I'm something of a wanker. I kick the piss out of Brixton. And you love people look at each other. Haven't slept with them. I'm the boss trying to understand me. What's it now? Make no idea. Whoa. Look, why would I sit in silence? I am 1.5 a year.
Nice to be here. Very good evening, everyone. Welcome to the grand final edition of the Footy Show. Massive game on the weekend. It is absolutely fantastic to be here. We want to find out where the support lies in the house, boys.
Yes.
Two great clubs. Anything like round 14, this is going to be one of the great grand finals of all time. Who thinks St Kilda are going to win their first flag? So sign it, 66.
Sit down, Gary, but I want to know who thinks the Cats are going to make it 2 out of 3.
I think the Saints might have it at the moment. We've got a huge show. We're going to find out from the two men who'll be in charge on Saturday afternoon. Mark Thompson from Geelong, Ross Lyon are going to join us live tonight on the Footy Show. Yes. And not only that, we've got an all-star panel that's going to join us. The biggest names, the biggest superstars in the game are going to tear this grand final to shreds, Jim. So looking forward to that. It's not all about football, of course. We've got plenty of entertainment lined up tonight as well.
Gazza, the entertainment is going to be massive shortly. Hang on, Sam. Guy Sebastian's going to tear the roof off this place. Get ready for him. One of the world's great entertainers in Chris Isaac isn't far away. We've got Irish supergroup The Script are going to be here, ladies and gentlemen. And to close the show, the stars of the smash hit musical Jersey Boys will be here as well.
We need to look forward to. Wait there, Samuel. We've also got the Dulux Grand Final Review. This is the player review, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to tell you. Dulux, indeed. We are all involved. All of us are going to be involved tonight. We go up together, we go down together,
Gary.
boys. So don't worry about that.
Gary.
And a man, hang on, who has made the Grand Final Review his own, Samuel, over the journey. He wasn't here last year. He had a more important engagement on Saturday afternoon. But Shane Crawford is back, and he is ripping this one to shreds. The most spectacular performance you've ever seen, Samuel. The Dulux Grand Final Review, yes.
Gary, will the grand final Brownlow Street Talk be on, Gary? Will that be on? Will that be on, Gary?
No, it's a very, very serious matter, Samuel.
I'm going to ask you again, Gary.
We have... We are going to show you some of what took place on the Brownlow Medal Grand Final Street Talk. Nathan Brown's in charge,
and will we be showing that man whose initials are Brendan Favola? Will we be showing? Will he be on, Gary?
We will show you what we can of Brendan's performance on the Brownlow Medal Street Talk, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to address that a little bit later in the show, Jim. I reckon we're just about ready to go.
All right, why don't we get started with this man? He is the owner of the hottest song in Australia at the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, here to perform Like It Like That. Put your hands together for Guy Sebastian.
Ain't it a funny thing how you come to me? But when he sends you spinning out of control to the nth degree, you know I'll make it right. I'm at your command. You can tell me anything you want to know. I'm gonna understand. Yes, I will. I won't let you down, get you down, get down, get down. Never let you down, get you down. Like it like that, I'm the only one who can love you like that. Hey, yo, do you like it like that? I'm the only one who can love you like that. Hey, hey. So should I shut my mouth and should I hide my heart, or should I let it out into the light for you and him to be apart? Is he hanging on to every word you speak? Does he rub your back and play with your hair until you fall asleep? I don't think so, baby. I won't let you down, take you down, take down, take down. Never let you down, take you down. Hey, yo, do you like it like that? I'm the only one who can love you like that. Hey, yo,
the footy show. That is the CGU Green Room, which we'll be crossing to throughout the course of the evening. Billy Brownless going to be in charge of proceedings out there. They are all involved in the player review out there, Guy Sebastian. Chris Isaacs tucked away in there somewhere, the script there. Out, I don't know who that bloke is, but we're going to cross out there throughout the course of the evening, the CGU Green Room. Now, Jim, we need to do this formally because we heard from him only very briefly.
Yep.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's only fitting that we give a big grand final welcome to this man. He's had another very quiet year. He's a 300-game superstar from the Geelong Footy Club. Please welcome John Sammy Newman.
Oh, Frost. Hello, Gary. Hello, Jimmy boy.
Hello, Fossil.
Very good sight, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Wonderful. Gary,
Yeah.
now the two sides will be combating on Saturday. They'll be playing for some silverware. By any chance, do we have it at the auditorium here, the Rod Laver Arena?
It is in the venue. Now, this is the Premiership Cup, which Darryl Baldock will present us, St Kilda win, of course,
Really?
and Bob Davis will present it if the
Bobby
Geelong
Davis.
Footy Club win it.
Yeah.
We're fortunate to have it here tonight, Samuel.
Have we got anyone that the crowd watching either here or at home might recognise to bring up the cup?
Well, I think we...
Anyone at all, Gary? I had to
think-
organise it myself last year. Have you organised anyone this year, Gary?
We have organised someone not only recognisable here in Melbourne but around the world.
Around the
One of them
world.
certainly. These two men are synonymous with both of the clubs that are playing on the weekend, arguably the biggest supporters of both these clubs. Can you please welcome, with the 2009 Toyota Premiership Cup, Shane Warne and Billy Brownless.
Very nice. He's a big name, and he's just big. Very nice to see you. Shane, would you be at all confident that the mighty Saints, for the first time ever in the AFL, they've won one before, but not in the AFL, and Geelong have only won one in the AFL, first time ever in the AFL, could they take the buttered confection, do you think?
Well, I think the Saints are a chance. They've been probably the best side all year. Geelong are hitting their straps, but I reckon the Saints will get over the line on Saturday.
Warnie, we know how passionate a Saint you are. This is a club that told you when you were 19 that you were too fat and too slow.
Yeah, I told him, yes, something like that, mate, but I've got a lot of friends down there and I'm sure the boys will play well on the weekend.
And you'll be there?
Probably should be at the game. I think James wouldn't miss it.
Now, you have played in some of the biggest Test games, World Cups. I mean, how are you feeling now? We know you love the Saints now, but it's out of your control, obviously. But are the nerves kicking in?
It is, and I think it's like any big contest, the week leading up to it, there's distractions and there's all sorts of stuff, there's expectations, but I think I'm more nervous now for the Saints boys, knowing a few of the guys. I'm probably more nervous now watching than actually being a player. When you're a player, you can do something about it, but as a spectator, you just got to hit there and watch and hope the blokes play all right.
And Bill, you look
Yes.
like a wharfie.
Yes, well I am. I don't give a stuff what I look like. Love the Pussycats, of course. We had this down there a couple of years ago, and we want this one back down the road this year. Don't worry about that.
William, last time they won 2 years ago, you blubbered like a big fat baby out on the field. You souped it up shockingly. Have you got your emotions under control?
Yeah, I'm okay. I was tired and emotional, Gary, and it's been a big day. So, look, that is what it's all about. We're ready to go down there. They're just peaking at the right time, and come Saturday, rain, hail or shine, let's hope the Pussycats have got it. And Bobby Davis, fair dinkum, unbelievable. We're giving that cup away, Sam.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to see plenty of Bill, but put your hands together for one of the greatest sportsmen this country's ever produced, Shane Warne.
Oh, jeez, thanks.
Now, Gary,
Jim,
before we get to the panel very quickly, we're going to be giving away the Nissan Navara to the winner of the Almost Football Legends. That's coming up later on for Hungry Jacks. Shane Crawford, ladies and gentlemen, is going to grab one of his world records back. We're looking forward to that. The best of Sam's street talk. And, of course, as you mentioned off the top, Fossman, all the fuss that surrounded Brendan Favola at the Brownlow medal. We're going to take a bit of a look at that as well. But now, we'll get the panel out to start the grand final footy show, and no bigger name at this time of year than the three-time premiership centre-half forward from the Brisbane Lions, Jonathan Brown. road superstar Matty Richardson. And last year a premiership hawk, this week a world record-breaking phenomenon, Shane Crawford.
Great to have you. Great to have you here, boys. Brownie, first of all, let's kick off with you, mate. You have owned the MCG on this particular day for a fair few occasions. Back into the finals this year. Well done at the Brisbane Lions. How far away are you from battling for this thing once again?
Hopefully next year, Gaz. So we got to the second finals. The Bulldogs were too good for us, but kicked 0-7 in the first quarter, which is backs up Sammy's theory. If you kick poorly in the first quarter, you're not going to win a final. So hopefully next year, Michael Voss is doing a good job and we're a great young side, Gaz.
All-Australian night is something that interests us greatly, and of course you were involved and selected once again, and rightfully so. But what really interested us was your speech with the great man Bristle Brian Taylor up there. Now I want to take a look at this. Some people got up in arms. Here's the great Jonathan Brown on All-Australian night.
Married last year, got a child due soon, 3 premierships, couple of All-Australians. Life's pretty good, I'd reckon.
Yeah, she's due cup day, mate. So I'm trying to get it induced, so I'm getting on the piss of the boys after that.
All right.
There's the beautiful Kylie, by the way, who's looking $1 million. Brownie, in your defence, because I was sitting on the same table as you that night, you looked at the other players and thought they were a little boring with their answers, and you thought you'd jazz it up a bit. You were just having a bit of fun.
I was having a bit of fun. There's actually there was a bit of uproar. I couldn't believe it. I actually left out the bit where Coles was going to take us to the race and then come and pick us up after she's given birth. So imagine if I had said that.
Now, Gary, we know Jonathan's no stranger to silverware, and Lorraine Baker from Warrnambool sent us a great photo during the week. And you won't believe this, he was 12 years of age when that photo was taken. That is true. 12 years of age. You actually look younger.
I reckon Hutchie's lended me rug there.
Now, Richo, on your way up here, a stumble, mate. You didn't do some damage on your way up here, surely?
That's just Richo. That's just the way you roll.
That's about as fast as I can run these days, Gary. But good to be here. Good to see everyone.
And you're playing next year, Richo, which is, ladies and gentlemen, going around again, the great Matty Richardson, which is fantastic.
I haven't.
Hang on, Jim.
A little bit of sugar on that. I'm pretty confident that I'll play, but haven't officially decided yet. But
you haven't made a decision as to whether you're playing or not. Have you made a decision? Can you think a week ahead?
Sammy,
why can't you make a decision?
I'll make a decision when you decide how far you're going to stretch that skin on your face, mate.
What are you laughing at? You won't, mate.
I'll tell you what, Samuel, it has been an ongoing feud, you and Matthew. And ladies and gentlemen...
I'll be the second person we cut from the panel tonight. One person's not coming in, Gary.
We know that.
Why isn't he coming in?
We'll get to that in a minute, Foss man, because what we've done is we've taken a look... Sam, shut up. We've taken a look at some of the best moments between Richo and Sam during season 2009.
Really? This will be sharp.
Ever gone into the mechanics of actually learning how to kick?
I thought you'd have something new this year.
No, but, well, mate, I thought you might be able to kick straight this year.
Miss it!
Well, you can do it during training. I've seen you. I've come down sometimes watching training.
Seen you in training. What about that cellulite on the back of your hammies there, though? That's what I'm worried about. Dropped a bit, Sammy. Look out!
Was that absolutely through the middle?
Have a look at the wrinkles on the forehead there. 15 love at the moment.
Does he look like Freddie Mercury? Look at that. Looks like Harry and the Hendersons. You look like that bloody big monkey.
Oh, that's touch too.
As someone would say, centimetre.
perfect.
What? You kicking a truck? You can't kick. You could make a beat.
That's more than you. How many did you kick?
You've missed 1,800.
How did you kick?
Hey?
How many goals did you kick
Well,
in
I
your
kicked
career?
110 in my whole career, but
Well, I've got you by 690.
I think he had you, Foss. I think he had you, mate. I think he got you.
In the goal kicking?
I think he got you all year.
All year?
All year.
Oh, turn it up, Gary. You're a mumbling, jumbling, mumbling boy. A fool.
We hope you're playing again.
We
Richard.
do.
We look forward to hearing that. Ladies and gentlemen, this man here,
Well
this
done,
time
Brandon.
last year, missed his first grand final footy show for some time. He had much more important business. Playing in a premiership, Shane, this time last year. You're missing it. You're missing the build-up.
Oh, we're still premiers for 2 more days, so I'm living off that. But there's nothing better than when a team can come together and have team success. It is as good as it can possibly get.
What do
Gary.
you think went wrong this year?
Oh, we don't care about this year. It was all about winning last year, Sam. What a magnificent occasion that was. And to St Kilda and Geelong, all the very best. It's going to be a magnificent game, and there is nothing better than sharing that with your teammates. I can assure you of that. It is just a great moment that I look back on. Nothing but fond memories. And as I said, Gary, it does not get any better.
No time like the past, Shane.
That's not actually my son. I just grabbed him out of the crowd and thought I'd take him. Now, Gary, I said that nothing better than that. But there is one thing. Today there was a new launch of Specky McGee and the Battle of the Young Guns, Gary. What about that for a book? What a ripper.
Not now.
It is a ripper.
No, I told you not now. Too early in the show. Too early in the show.
It is not. It says here, if you do not mention it right there, Gary will sack you from the show next year.
Thanks for holding that up there down Bookyards. We're going to keep in bookstores right now. We're going to keep moving.
That is pathetic.
I just said in bookstores right now, but I didn't want to mention it now. What I want to mention is it is the grand final edition of Sam's Mailbag. Woo!
Just a couple of, before we start, Gary, a couple of personal explanations. After the brouhaha of last week, when I was very, very honoured to be made a member of this prestigious organisation, I would like to say the integrity of this organisation. I don't have to say, shut up. I don't have to say this. The integrity of this organisation is intact, Gary.
You're backtracking.
When it makes me a member. So I do appreciate it, and we were having fun last week.
You kissed and made up with Mike Sheehan through the week, didn't you?
Mike Sheehan's a friend of mine. I'm not doing this because of him.
Yes, you are.
I am. And I'm very proud of it, and I do thank them, and thank you. And secondly, just gratuitously, I mentioned a woman's birthday last week. I didn't have to. I said her name was Lynn Brown. Well, she didn't write back today or this week and say, thanks very much. She said, I was a dill. Her name is Linda Brown. So I'm saying happy birthday again to Linda Brown. And she was 69, Gary. How appropriate.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What do you got in your mailbag?
So happy birthday. Pardon? Right now, this is from Theo of Yalambie in Victoria. I hate your mailbag segment, so I only went to the effort of writing this to tell you to shut up and leave Shane Crawford and Gary Lyon alone, Matthew.
Good. So you should.
You're such an annoying wanker. And don't bother with any pathetic defensive response because I mute the TV whenever... I mute the TV whenever you are on. So, Theo,
Nice little crispy off the top there, Fossil.
From the Hoffman family of Ballarat. They sound like serial killers, don't they? From the Hoffman family of Ballarat. Dear Sam, happy final show for the year. Would you like one last Gary Lyon lookalike? If so,
Yes.
I hope you and the team enjoy the enclosed. Now, have I got it here? I meant to call for it, am I? I meant to call for it?
I don't know.
Yes, call
Can
for
someone bring on the Gary lookalike, please?
Oh, it better be good.
Come on.
Better be
Better be good,
crisp.
Foss.
it. It's a big one.
You sure you know what you're doing?
What about that? All I got? Hello, where is it? Where's the Gary lookalike? There it is. There, righto. Here it is. Here. Can you see that? Is it upside down? No, that's. Shit, I got it upside down. That's it there.
Size of it, Gary.
Now I'm going to hold this up till we get it. This is the Gary like. There it is.
All right,
Yeah.
Foss.
Nice
That's
one.
good.
Shit, you look like him as well. He looks like you, Gary. Gary,
I got it. Yeah, he looks like me as well. Good one.
tell you what.
Don't knock the cup over.
Mark Blake.
Mark Blake, he said. Righto, mate. Well done. Piss
No,
off.
he doesn't have hair on his shoulders.
Hey,
He doesn't have hair on his shoulders. It's not a look-alike. There you go.
Oh, thank you to Big Gary there. That's from the Snuff Club, Gaz. Starts tomorrow at the Lithuanian Club in North Melbourne. Oh, no. He's over.
Mate, I'm not that fussed about him, but don't knock that down. It's going to ruin the show.
Was that meant to happen?
I don't think so.
Is he all right?
Well, just move him, right?
Just give it a drag.
How many people are in there?
I don't know, but
I think.
move him out.
Brownie not overly concerned about it.
Stay there, Brandon.
Is that meant to happen?
No, save the segment, though. Now, what else you got there in your Come on.
Rumbles.
Was that meant to happen?
No, it wasn't, but we've got to keep moving.
Foss, Foss, can you just move that cup forward? No, just move it forward a bit. I can't see the reflection on your forehead there. So just
I think that was better than last one, Sam.
I think he's taken over Brendan's lines.
Oh, yes? Don't knock that over, please.
Well, do you want it on or off?
No, leave it there. But don't
Ruth of Brayside, you're a man with many opinions, perhaps too many, but having said that, I did want to ask you, in your opinion, should Mike Brady...
Yes.
Well, yes, what, Shane? Should Mike Brady be allowed to sing at the MCG Grand Final? Isn't he singing at the... Is he singing?
No, he's not.
Hey,
No, listen. Let's be serious about this. He's not singing at the grand final, and I reckon that's a disgrace. He is the man who's written the football anthem, let's be honest. It is
shit. How many times do you want him to sing it at the Grand Final?
Well, he hasn't sung it for a long time, and I think if the people out here had their say, they would love to see Mike Brady at the grand final singing up there for David. As simple as that.
It's a bit old hat, Gary.
It's not old hat. And,
It is old hat.
It's not old hat.
And basically it's shit.
It's not.
Basically, it's ordinary.
And you would tell him that, would you?
Well, what do you mean would I tell him that? I'd tell him that, but what...
Oh, will you tell him that right now? Please welcome Mike Brady, ladies and gentlemen.
He's behind me, isn't he?
Yes.
Fantastic. Isn't it fantastic that he's here? I tell you what, I've been a great supporter of yours. I said to these boys, we must get the man who sang the anthem of what this game's about on, and you ummed and ahed and prevaricated,
You're a liar,
Gary.
and you've been caught out.
Well, give us the old jingle, mate. Come on. You
want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it.
The anthem?
Yep.
We're SBC baked beans and spaghetti. A good way to start your...
Not that anthem. In all seriousness, you are synonymous with grand finals, and up there, Kazali, is an
Absolutely.
Australian standard. It is an icon.
It is an icon. It is an
And we
icon.
are commanding you, Michael Brady, to sing the anthem of Australian rules football, please.
Ladies and
Join
gentlemen,
in if you want to.
Mike Brady with Up There Kazali.
Well, you work to earn a living,
But on weekends comes a time you can do whatever turns you on. Go out and clear your mind. Me, I like football. There's a lot of things around. When you line them up together, the footy wins hands down. Will you help me? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Out there, 'cause I in there and fight. Out there and show us your might. Out there, 'cause I don't let them in. Fly like an angel. You're out there to win. Now there's a lot more things in football than really meets the eye. There are days when you could give it up. There are days when you could fly. Well, you either love or hate it, depending on the score. But when your team run out or they get a goal, how's the mighty roar? 1, 2, 3, 4. Out there, 'cause I in there and fight. Out there and show them your might. Out there, 'cause I don't let them in. Fly like an angel. You're out there to win. Everybody out there, 'cause you're out there to win. Get there and don't let them in. Out there, 'cause show them your hide. Fight like the devil. The crowd's on your side.
To the grand final footy show. Thank you very much to Carlton, Natural Blonde and Crazy Johns for their help all year. We're going to be doing this throughout the night, ladies and gentlemen, and we're very excited by it, and that is heading out to the CGU Green Room to see some of the massive stars that are joining us here tonight. And the man that's going to introduce us to them is Bill Brownless. Bill.
Thank you, Jim. Yes, we're out here in the CGU Green Room. It's all happening. I'm with the man of the moment. Oh, I like it like that. How you going, Guy? How was that out there, mate, in front of those 13,000 screaming footy fans?
It was awesome. Doesn't get much better.
Are you a footy fan?
I am.
Funny about that. You got the scarf on.
I grew up playing footy here from Adelaide, so.
And you actually played footy?
I did. I played for, not very high up. I played for the Modbury Hawks a little bit, Golden Grove, and for school and stuff. Yeah, it was awesome.
In the ruck or somewhere? Where'd you play?
I was a wingman. I had little chicken legs, so I ran a lot. Yeah.
Like Dermot Brereton. Now, this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the new album, Like It Like That. It's out October 23. And you'll be touring next year?
I will. I'm touring in Feb. Got the band all ready to go. So, yeah, it'll be good fun.
And who's going to win the big one? The grand final? The Cats or the Saints?
I reckon it's going to be the Cats.
All right, there you go, the Cats from Guy Sebastian. Hey, there's a bit happening over here. There's a bit of jamming going on, Jim, over here. Have a look at this.
I don't usually talk to mirrors, but until that girl appears, I just go on praying she keeps on. Ready now, girls? How am I gonna do it? How am I gonna do it now? How am I gonna do it? Gotta be alone. Yeah, by my side, do what you say. Walking every night, talking every day. Baby, baby, you know.
Here he the international superstar, the CGE. No, Chris Isaac. G'day, Chris. Welcome to the Rod Laver Arena.
Good to be here. You know, we had worked up that just before you came out, and we're actually going to work on it some more tonight and get it perfect.
Yes.
Right, girls?
And the new album, here it is here, Mr. Lucky. That's not it. That's it there, Mr. Lucky. Now tell us, why have you called it Mr. Lucky?
I call it Mr. Lucky because if you've ever seen our act, and to consider that we've been in show business for 20 years with the kind of talent we have, Mr. Lucky.
And are you into the Australian rules? Do you like the footy?
I like the footy, but I'd say my drummer probably knows more about footy than I do. This match, I think, is too close to call. It could go either way, kind of like that date with that girl in Thailand you had.
Yeah.
Kenny, how did the date go and who's going to win the footy?
We're thinking the Saints.
You like the Cats? I think the Cats, maybe. You know, it's kind of like your date. You know, you have a good time, you wake up the next day, you got rug burn. I don't know.
There we go. The superstars are here. The CGO girls are here. Gary, it's all happening out in the green room. Back to you, Naggers.
Very well done, William. None better out there to handle that. The CGU green room will be back throughout the course of the evening. Time to get stuck in. What, boss?
No.
Time to get stuck in to the football. And this man's done a remarkable job in his third year as coach of the St Kilda Football Club. Had a very good football career, played 129 games with both Fitzroy and the Brisbane Lions. Took them the 9th position in his first year to a preliminary final last year, and now they're in the grand final. Please welcome the coach, the man in charge, Ross Lyon.
Well done, mate. Nice to see you. All the best.
Welcome, mate. It's been a massive week for you, really. It's been a massive year. It's exceeded expectations in terms of your home and away form, which was just out of this world.
Yes, certainly. I mean, to think at the start of the year we'd go through 20 games and 2 losses and both were under a kick after we lost our last practice game by 84 points. It probably wasn't pointing to a great year, but the playing group's been fantastic. We've embraced the direction we wanted to go in, and they got their just rewards so far.
Rossi, you're the man in the arena, mate. You're one of the 2 coaches in the grand final in the AFL. Are you pinching yourself, or was this always going to come to you?
Oh, look, you never take it for granted. It's been a lot of hard work gone into it, and last week probably could have gone either way, but we willed ourselves across the line after a poor start, and just testament to the group's determination. But to walk in and see 10,000 people here, and as a lead into the grand final, and all the Brownlow and the events, it's been a really special week.
To get an understanding of what it means, I mean, the St Kilda faithful have been waiting since 1966. This was training on Tuesday. There was 10 or 12,000 people down there, and a lot of young faces there, but a lot of people have been waiting a long time. Ross, does that bring with it extra pressure?
Oh, look, just on that day, I was looking out the window, and Sauce said, come and have a look at this, and the crowd, the Saints fans, just kept coming through the gates, and they kicked over the cyclone fence down the back, and so it's really, it just hits home how big it is and the opportunity that's presented, and no extra pressure, but you understand the fans of the club.
Well, you've beaten the Cats once, mate, and you would have watched them do their work last week. I suppose there's been a bit of burnt the midnight oil trying to work out why they've improved, if you think they have. Are you excited, expectant, nervous or petrified?
All of the above, Sam. All of the above. Yeah, we've done a lot of homework on them. We're fortunate to have Lee Tudor, who has given us further insight. Clearly 3 grand finals and now and premiership, and they're on the hunt for their second. They're a great team. That's proven. And, the finals are such a small sample. It didn't need much wrong last year to take that cup away from them. So we got enormous respect for them. But in saying that, we go there on equal footing. And we really want to compete fiercely and put on a good show and give ourselves the best opportunity.
Yeah, Rossi, you started your coaching, I remember, in about 1997 under Wolsey in the Richmond Reserves. It's been a long journey. Did you ever think you'd be on the cusp of coaching a premiership back then?
Gee, it was a lot of little steps along the way, and I think certainly we all have visions and dreams for ourselves, but the reality is, I started part-time and I grew into a full-time assistant role, and, I'm grateful to the Richmond Football Club, the Carlton Football Club and the Sydney Swans Football Club, and probably my most enjoyable time was the Swans, the back-to-back grand finals in the premiership, and it gave me real insight, and without that background I wouldn't have certainly got the opportunity at St Kilda, and I've walked into a strong list and a good club, and It's been a lot of hard work to get here, but a lot of things have had a little bit of luck, but we've worked hard, so it's a fantastic time.
Ross, before we take a look at your side, I want to ask you quickly about your family. How are they going? Wife, the kids, there's a lot of toll on them during the year. Are they as excited as you are?
Certainly. I haven't seen a lot of them this week, to be frank, but I've got three kids, 3 under 4. So the 2 young girls will come in the parade tomorrow, so that's something for them. They love Nick Rewalt. They'll be in the car with him, so that's a special time. And my wife, Kirsten, she's really supportive, and it's a wonderful opportunity for the club, for the family.
All right, Jono, let's have a look at the Saints.
Rightio, here we go. The game on Saturday, starting at 2:30. Make sure you're there, all your St Kilda fans. There's the side. We don't want to go through the whole side, but obviously the big out disappointing for young Robert Eddy, who's played 10 games in both finals this year. And the big in is Sean Dempster. Just his 9th game of the season, hasn't played since round 22. So, look, great side, obviously. We go through them. They've got a pretty good spine there. A lot's been talked about. Rewalt. The midfield battle's just going to be enthralling with Del Sano, Hayes, Jones picking up Ablett most likely. There's a few just sensational.
Brownie, we want to hear from you about the best. If you're not the best big forward in the game, then it's this bloke here, Nick Rewalt. What do you like about him? You watch him all year. He's been unbelievable this final series.
Well, the key to Rewalt is obviously his work rate, and a good forward will always lead up the ground at the kicker. If the kicker sort of goes off him or he's not going to kick, he'll turn around and head back towards goal and get dangerous. He breaks off his lead. Wayne Carey was the catalyst for that, and all us young blokes have watched that, and he always gets himself in the most dangerous position for his teammates, Nick, and I think he's going to be a key. And hopefully he plays well. I thought he was sensational last week. He knew the game had to be won. He got himself a little bit deep, but he didn't just stand there. He worked up the field and back, and eventually took those marks, and by the end of the day, his opponent was buggered.
Rossi, I want to ask you just quickly about, you've done a marvellous job by recycling players, which is, Zach Dawson, Stephen King, Schneider, Dempster and Gardner, all been at other clubs, haven't been most eagerly sought, but you've been able to get them in. It says wonders for the environment that you're able to provide for the boys down there.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a strong environment. It's an inclusive environment. The club's put a lot of resources in, a lot of coaches, but importantly, at the end of the day, come back to those players grabbing a second opportunity and working really hard. And I suppose the ruckman, their role's really defined. We really value them. And King is a premiership player from Geelong, former club captain, and as was Gardner, grand final. They're proven talent. So the satisfaction more so has come from Dawson and Farron Ray and Clint Jones being able to grow and develop in specific roles.
Go on.
Ross, congratulations. Magnificent team you have there. What about dropping Robert Eddy? How tough was that for you?
Yeah, it was incredibly difficult. He worked his way up for rookie list a few years ago. He's a small forward for us, pressure player, and it was a really difficult situation. We had the Max situation as well. But to call Robert in and tell him was probably one of the toughest things I've done, but that goes with the job, and there's always a really hard luck story, and he took it really well, carried himself really well, but I'm sure he's sitting at home tonight bitterly disappointed, but the expectation is he carries himself really well, and I'm sure he will.
Rossi, we all love the job you've done with Nicky Dowell, out of your side last year, now one of the absolute prime movers, and obviously feeling comfortable enough at St Kilda to ease a little bit of the you-know-what out of his coach. I think we've got some vision.
The sachet. I was a bit worried about walking up tonight.
Here we go. Is that on the button?
It was pretty close, I think. I don't know how it looked tonight. I was a bit concerned walking up there, Hopefully I moved the arm.
Look, fantastic, mate. We, on behalf of everyone here and everyone watching, we wish you well on the weekend. It's a magnificent effort. You're a really busy man, and to be able to come in here tonight and give us some of your time, we appreciate it. Good luck on the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank Ross Lyon. We're going to the break. The Script and Mark Bomber Thompson coming up next on The Footy Show.
Fat ball bloke, eh?
And this one was on the big.
I like this one on the back of a lot of cars.
There we go.
And remember, just prefer to fur.
That's going.
Did you borrow that suit from Julio Iglesias?
I did.
Play school. Dick is out.
Look at
Got its head stuck, Sam.
Oh, really?
Wow. That was a good one.
Whale oil beef hooked.
Still got its head stuck.
Well, I'll be hooked. I bet the cow said that when he got his head stuck. Peter, you would like to strip down to your jocks and come up here and we'll have a got two very ordinary pairs of jocks here.
Welcome back to the Grand Final Footy Show, ladies and gentlemen. Bomber Thompson, the coach of the Cats, is not too far away. But right now, it is time to have a listen to this three-piece from Ireland that has taken the world by storm. Here to perform the third single, Break Even, from their multi-platinum self-titled debut album. Please put your hands together for The Script.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Just pray to God that I don't believe in. 'Cause I got time while she got freedom. 'Cause when a heart breaks, no, don't break even. No. The best days will be some of my worst, yeah. She finally met a man who's gonna put her first. Well, I'm wide awake, she's no trouble sleeping, no. 'Cause when a heart breaks, no, don't break even, no. What am I gonna do when the best part of me was over? What am I supposed to say when I want your love? Oh, yeah. I'm falling to pieces, yeah. I'm falling to pieces. They say bad things happen for a reason, but no wise words gon' stop the bleeding. Oh, 'cause she's moved on while I'm still breathing. And when a heart breaks, no, don't break even, no. What am I gonna do when the best part of me was always you? What am I supposed to say when I want you done? Oh, yeah. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. I'm falling to pieces. Yeah. I break, don't break me. Whoa, you got inside of my heart, none of the pain. You talk your suitcase, I talk the plane. I'm trying to make sense of what never remained. Oh, but you leave me with no love, no love to my name. Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. Just pray to God that I don't believe in. You can sing it with me if you want. 'Cause I got time while she got freedom. 'Cause when a heart breaks, no, don't break even, no. What am I gonna do when the best part of me was always you? What am I supposed to say when I want your love to go? I'm falling to pieces.
All right, Danny, grab hold of that, mate.
How are you doing?
Congratulations on the amazing success. It's been unbelievable.
Oh, thank you so much. You know, we'd love to give a shout out to all our Australian fans who have made this all possible for us. So thank you so much.
That's what the album looks like. It's called The Script, as I said, multi-platinum. It's been unbelievably successful. Get yourself a coffee. Have you ever seen Australian rules football played, Danny?
I have indeed, yeah. We have a game back home called Gaelic football, which is kind of the same.
Beautiful. All right, now we've got some tour dates for you coming up. You heading around Australia?
Yeah, we got dates in Melbourne. We're going to be playing here tomorrow night.
Perfect.
Those of you who have tickets, Sydney as well.
Enmore Theatre and then the Tivoli up in Brisbane. All right, Danny, congratulations again.
Thanks again.
For joining us on The Footy Show.
Thank you so much, guys. See you soon. Thank you.
Danny and The Script, of course. Let's head over to Gary Lyon, who has the coach of the Cats with him. Gaz.
Yes, good on you, Jim. Just doing things on the run here. We're running a little bit late. Mark Thompson, very pushed for time. We appreciate him holding on. So, ladies and gentlemen, can you please make him welcome from the Geelong Footy Club, their coach, Mark Thompson. First of all, we're sorry we're running a little bit late. We do appreciate it, mate. How's the week been? This is the third year in a row, of course. You got it down pat. A little bit different, although Jimmy Bartel won the Brownlow medal a couple of years ago. Kicked off in a great way on Monday night with little Gazza.
Yeah, look, that was a great win by him, and look, it's just taken a lot of pressure off him. He's been the favourite, and there's been all the talk, and for him to finally win one, I think is a great thing, and eases the pressure on him. It has been a big week. I have to get home. I've got a big day tomorrow with the media, so we'll try and get through it, and hopefully the game will come, and we can just play the game, because that's what we've been waiting for, really.
Yeah, we can understand that, mate. We understand you've got a lot of commitments on your time. Training through the week, of course, did a little bit differently this year. You got the open training session on the Monday. The reason and thinking behind that?
Oh, no, we've done it all year, mate. With the two main sessions that we have are all tactical, and unfortunately, we've locked them out all year. It would have been sort of silly to really sort of let the fans in. I reckon if you gave the fans a choice whether they got to see the team train or they got to see the team win, I know which one they'd take. So unfortunately, I didn't see training, but they got to see us at the start of the week, and they've got the parade, and we've been around town all week anyway.
You notice the players themselves have got a good handle on it now, Bomber. I mean, they've been through it enough times now. They're in a pretty settled routine.
Yeah, I think it is for the players. I don't think you can ever be really settled. There is a lot of pressure, a lot of nerves, and I've got no doubt, come Saturday at 2:30 that both sides will be nervous, and, even the coaches and coaching staff and everyone at the ground. So, yeah, what a day. It's the two best sides get to play, and it should be a really, really good game.
We'll very quickly have a look at the team. You've gone in with no change, which is a great thing after a fantastic result in preliminary final weekend. The Geelong Footy Club. Terribly settled, got one of the great backlines in the competition, arguably one of the best midfields going around. No out-and-out superstar in that forward line. We'll get to one that is just about there in Stevie Johnson, but just your thoughts about this team. I guess Cameron Stokes was the man that was causing most debate through the course of the week. How close did he get to playing this weekend?
What's that, mate?
It's going beautifully. Cameron Stokes, he was the big talking point throughout the course of this week. I guess when you win in the manner that you did against Collingwood, then you're loath to change it, but did he get close?
Oh, look, he was very close. It's Matthew Stokes, not Cameron, mate. So,
Cameron's
he was very close. Yeah, that's right. Look, he deserves to play, and Ryan Hogan, Simon Hogan, Ryan Gamble, Shane Mumford, they're all unlucky not to play, but unfortunately we can only play 22. And yeah, Matthew's really, really unlucky, and it was a really hard thing to do, but he's taken it like a man, and we just wish him all the best, and there's something you have to do.
Well, mate, how soon you forget, of course, Matthew Stokes. We appreciate you joining us. As I said, we know you push for time, and we do appreciate you giving us a couple of minutes tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please thank and wish Bomber Thompson all the best this weekend. Yes, there he is. He's been 2 or 3 times. I think he's got it pretty well under control. It's been a big year for Sam Newman, as we said. We're going to talk about the Brownlow Medal Street Talk coming up very shortly, but before we do that, let's have a look at the best of Street Talk this year.
G'day, mate. No comments, Sammy. Well, I haven't asked you a question.
Just said hello, that's enough.
Yes, we're asking questions about players getting things thrown over them if they don't play well. Do you think that's fair?
Yeah, that's right there.
Yeah, you think that's good.
Oh, I don't know.
So you got the old tiger. What's that?
You watch out because this is a werewolf. It might jump up and bite you, man. I'm on TV.
Hello, doll. How are you,
darling? Oh, Nathan. Oh, he's a very nice gentleman.
A lovely gentleman,
Yeah,
isn't he?
lovely gentleman.
Do you think he's got
a very family man?
a very family-oriented man?
Yes.
Do you think he could take over such a nice club as Collingwood and coach them?
I think he could.
Hey?
I think he will.
You think he will?
Think he will.
Do you think he will, darling?
No, I think he's an arsehole.
I'm from Fiji, man.
Oh, so you're Fijian?
Yeah.
Yeah, where do you come from?
From Fiji, man. What a stupid question, man.
What do you got these for?
This is to see through.
To what?
Because I'm a navigator from the equator.
What do you do with those?
To see through.
To see who?
To see through.
To see true who?
So I can step back in the deck.
You've got me there. I don't know what you're talking about. No, you look a star, don't you? Oh, yeah, is that what that was? Let's try that again. Here, hey. Sorry.
Noah?
That's not bad. You've trained the boy to scream when someone touches you. Shit.
I saw you on the Thursday, on
the what?
television.
Did you?
Yeah, in the night time. I like to see it. My daughter, she like to see it.
When did you see us?
Thursday night.
Yeah, what, did you like the show?
Yeah, I like the show very much.
Oh, it's great.
All my family like the show.
You have a way from
Yes.
D-I-M-I. D-I-M-I-N-E. D-I-M-I-N-E-R.
Yeah.
Sir, that is just as good as crackers anyone's head. Here you are.
Thank you, everyone. Smile.
Thought I'd nearly seen everything. What the hell are you doing, sir?
Oh, it's time for a run. That's how we do it. You're making a photo with the Dustin Hoffman Australian version. Everybody call me Dustin Hoffman, so I don't make a photo with you. Nice to meet you. And here's to you.
Okay, now think about it, all right?
Yep.
Don't just speak without thinking, like you have been.
Okay.
Do you think the...
Yeah, go on. Yeah, what would you?
Do you think...
Yeah, what do I think? You cracking me upset.
Now, can I ask you honestly, what he comes out with?
Let me try that. Get away from that.
I lived in Australia for 40 years. I come here in 38
Bring a
years.
gun with you?
No, I bought one here.
You bought one here to shoot the ducks, yeah?
No, I didn't. I bought it here.
Yeah, but you bought a gun here.
Of course, yeah. Well, if you're going to shoot ducks, you need a gun.
My word.
It's very hard to shoot them without it.
Do you?
Yeah, I think.
Huh? No, I'm meant to be Terry Wallace.
Oh, right,
G'day, mate.
My cousin.
Good game, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, but the game that was knocking off Blues, and last Saturday, the game that Richmond were poor in the bottom. I got my grandson, he's Richmond, poor little fellow. when the Richmond play, he go then they play half time. Then they each children play under 10. And they put they go upset.
Pardon? What would you do if we gave you a job?
Mate, whatever you gave me to do.
Well, we would read the news or do sport next to Peter
If I could,
Kitchener.
if I had to.
What about the weather? What's happening, Jace?
Still fine. no overcast weather. Townsville's looking rather good. Pardon the French.
Just say something positive about Richmond. We'll just wave at them.
All right, I will.
Where's my cattle?
Where's your what?
My cattle.
Oh, you over 16?
Yes.
Okay, well, here we go then. Just. Give this woman a cuddle. Boy,
Just made my day.
made your day.
Now, wow. Very nicely done there, Foss.
We would like to thank all the great people who take part in Street Talk, and for the man who puts it together every week and beats the crowd back with a big stick, Rob Caldwell, who actually produces Street Talk. So thank you to him, and thank you to everyone out there who makes it possible. They're great. We love them.
Very nicely done.
We love them.
We are going to let this very fine panel go. They've been overworked as it is right here. Brownie and Richo, you can just sit back now and enjoy perhaps a cold one, Brownie.
Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah, I was hoping to ask Tomo a question, but Bomber. But anyway,
Yeah, you
that's
and me
all right, I'll go and
both.
have a beer instead.
You made a decision yet, Matthew? Have you thought
yet.
anything more?
I'll tell you a decision you should make. Stop wearing Ed Hardy t-shirts. You're too old for them, mate.
Well, what's funny about that?
I think he's got you.
Do you think that's funny?
You're
do
on
you?
the canvas.
Now, Shane, you are going to join us later in the player review, which I've mentioned off the top of the show. It is just unbelievable. Never seen anything like it. But you're also going to come back and try and reclaim one of your records that you've lost.
Yeah, very true. And this is not just about me, Gary. This is about Australia, because we lost the Ashes, and I've lost my world record, my egg headbutting world record, to the Poms. And tonight I'm going to get it back, and I need you to lift me. Get behind me. Believe in me. That's what I'm talking about. Now, Gary, hang on. Sorry. Just before I continue on, it's with a heavy heart that I make this announcement to you, Gary. To you, Gary. Of all the weeks to have no sponsor for Gary's hamstring footage, unfortunately, no one wanted to sponsor it this week. How does it make you feel?
I'm glad, in fact, because we should get on.
How does it really make you feel? Sad?
No, not at all. Very happy to get on with
Well,
this.
we don't have anyone that wants to sponsor it. We have actually 15,000 people who've donated heaps of money. And have a look at this, Gary, as they were filing in tonight. There they are, donations for the Gary Hairy Lion running footage. It is, there we go, there's the script. Thank you very much for your donation. We have got, oh, Guy Sebastian, thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Want a bit more from you, and it's fantastic. I think Chris Isaac even puts in a bit of money here too. Thank you so much for your donations. They have given us We May Show. So roll the vision. Here we go, Gary. We know you love it. There we go. Ha, ha, ha. You didn't wax down, that was the problem.
Please thank Jonathan Brown, Matthew Richardson and Shane Crawford. We're going to a break. After the break, we'll take a look at what has now become the most infamous Brownlow Street Talk of all. That's next on The Footy Show. Welcome back to The Footy Show, the Dulux Grand Final review, not too far away. Stay tuned for that. Now, time to have a bit of a chat about Brownlow Street Talk, which has become one of the biggest stories in Grand Final week. It's pushed the Grand Final teams off the front pages. Now, I'm not all that comfortable talking about it, to be perfectly honest. We were in two minds about whether or not we were going to show any of the Street Talk that Brendan Favola did on Monday night. We come to the conclusion that we show the best of what our people do, so we'd be hypocritical, I guess, if we were not to show some of it. Now, what you're
Showing
about to
all
see...
of it, Gary?
No, we can't show all of it. What you're going to see is not the worst by any stretch of the imagination. It's, we've all been to Brownlows, we've all been to Logie Awards, Samuel, where we've had a couple, and generally we get out of it okay. But what we're going to show you, I think, will give you a pretty fair understanding of why Brendan's not here and why he didn't host the Brownlow Street Talk and Nathan Brown took over. So we'll have a look and we'll have a chat on the back of it.
Oh, Jesus.
Alex, now you're great, man. Brendan has been given the arse tonight and I've been given the duties. What are you... You spoke to me about Brendan out there before. How are you feeling about Brendan tonight?
I'm running away from Brendan at the moment. I haven't seen him for about the last half an hour, but from what I'm hearing, it's not good.
Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point!
He's just had a little bit too much to drink. He got carried away with the celebrations.
He got a bit carried away, Brendan. That's not like Brendan to get carried away, is it?
No, not at all.
Steven Seagal, your favourite movie, Steven Seagal?
Isn't the Vox Pops meant to be about a straight bloke taking a piss out of
Steven
piss
Seagal!
blokes?
Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! Pressure point! He's retired. He's retired. He's captain, and he's second best player, Ackermanis. And he's knocked me beer off my hand.
And so do you give him a clip around the head, or what do you do when he's acting like a dickhead?
Oh, look, he's a grown man. He can sort himself out. I've got to get upstairs to the kids.
He's got a baby boy. So, you know what? Congratulations.
Thanks, Fev.
Ryan O'Keefe.
Thanks, mate.
Oh, I got a stiffy. Woo! I should have been Kanye West. And I should have got up there and said, Chris Judd should have won the Brownlow. That is bullshit.
Hey, Bucks.
There you go, mate.
Not bad. We've had to take over from Brendan Favola. Did you happen to see Brendan Favola tonight?
I saw him in the pool at about 4 o'clock and he was in a lot better nick than he's in at the moment, I reckon.
Hey, probably talking a bit political.
Right, go on.
Bit political.
I don't think you'd be talking political.
No. Oh.
I don't think you'd...
Here he goes. So I'm not smart enough to talk to you, or?
Not quite at the moment. You know, you've had a few.
Woo! Pressure point, pressure point. Steven Seagal! Steven Seagal! Steven Seagal! Steven Seagal! Steven Seagal! Hey! Steven Seagal! Hey, Steven! Steven Seagal! Hey! We all watch Steven Seagal movies, Tony! Yeah, shit!
Hey, well done.
Woo!
Now, I want to just stress that is the stuff that we could show. Wasn't the worst of it. Now, we are the last people in the world to cast judgment in all of this. Brendan Favola was at our show last week. We happened to have our kids there and the mums of those kids, and he was just unbelievable. He's an unbelievably kind and generous and giving person, but clearly I think he's got an issue with the alcohol, and that's why we couldn't show it tonight. And you're going to make your own mind up about that. We made a judgment on how much we could show. As I said, far and away not the worst of it. Jim.
Yes?
You were there.
Yes.
Why didn't you do something?
Well, I wasn't actually in the room when any of that happened, but I got in there at the end, Gary, and Fev ended up getting me in a headlock and marching me around the bar, which when you're 110 kilos, there wasn't a hell of a lot I could do about it. But, look, he wasn't the only person who'd enjoyed themselves, by the way, but I think if he had his time again, he might have maybe relaxed a little, Fev, but there was a fair bit of that we couldn't show, Foster.
Gary, yeah, we couldn't show most of it. Brendan was over-refreshed, let's be honest. And he would be regretful, he'd be disappointed, he'd be embarrassed by that. I don't think he's murdered anyone or done anything. He's done some bad things. He's probably done a lot more worse things that we showed there, and no one would be more disappointed than Brendan. And So I don't know if we're the arbiters of moral
No,
righteousness.
No, we are not. We are far, far and away from that. As I said, it's hard to get an understanding of what exactly went on, but that was some of what happened at Brownlow Medal on Monday night. Jim, let's get the panel out, for God's sake.
Yes, I think we should. The second panel tonight is a beauty, ladies and gentlemen, starting with a man from the Western Bulldogs who has greeted the judges on grand final day on 3 occasions. Jason Ackermanis is with us. And from Essendon, their pin-up boy and hard nut rolled into one, Mark Spike McVeigh. And last year, a premiership hawk, one of the toughest defenders in football, Campbell Brown.
Now, we have got plenty of business with those two boys on the end in Mark McVeigh and Campbell Brown about a game that was played late in the home and away season. We're going to get to that very shortly, but Acker, nice of you to be able to make it, speaking of over-refreshed on the weekend.
Yeah, made it.
This is the suit that you had tailor-made for the Brownlow Medal. What happened?
I'm not sure where it went wrong. I was pretty sure I was okay and beers were wonderful, and then I had a drinking game with Mitch Hahn and it kind of went south from there.
And your beautiful wife was waiting for you. She was all dressed up and ready to go.
I was supposed to get in the cab and go home, and she got in touch with me and I said, I'm not sure I can move. Can you come and get me? And so she did, and she drove down and picked me up, and I looked at her and she looked lovely. I went home, and I'm pretty sure the next 4.5 hours I was asleep. And when I got up, I felt great at 8:30, and she looked wonderful. So I said, well, let's go into the Brownlow night. And she said, sure, that'd be a great idea. But then I realised that she still looked lovely. So what was the point?
Was that the suit you were going in, was it?
It was.
You were going as a silverfish or something?
No.
What were you going as? What is that?
It's a lovely suit, that's all I know.
Could I say, Gary, besides you, we get more lookalikes of you sent in, but second, a close second, no daylight between you and him, we get thousands, but we get a lot of lookalikes with young Jace, and these are some of them, Gary. These are some of them.
Who is this one?
Who is Marty Grattis?
I'm not sure.
My brother.
Very, very nice. Now, these two boys we haven't seen since round 22, ladies and gentlemen, when all hell broke loose at the MCG. Spike, let's just start with you. Very nice to have you on the footy show. It was a massive game, that last one against the Hawks.
Yeah, it was. It was one of those games that got a little bit out of hand at times, but I think Campbell had a bit to say. He's a funny man out in the field at times.
Did you two come together and cross paths at any stage out there, Spike?
No, I was well behaved. I just had a bit of a chat to him, but he was filling me in on what he said to Monfrey's out the back, and it's quite funny. I think he's an Entourage fan, so I think he quoted Ari Gold a few times out there. So, no, all good.
Now, Brownie, we love you. We're going to have a look, not just yet, we're going to have a look at some vision that took place on that game, but you're a passionate man. You play with passion.
Yeah, try to play with passion, and that's the great thing about the game, and I prefer to be judged for being too passionate than not passionate enough, I suppose.
All right, well, let's talk us through some of this round 22 vision. After Matthew Lloyd, of course, you caught one. Who got you?
Yeah, I think I'm half concussed there. Just pointing at Dr. Bruce Reid, good friend of mine, so that's Clarko telling me to behave. That's me trying to get Bo Mustin off the field. And
have a look at you.
And that's a slap. You can't punch anymore, so you got to slap.
What were you saying to Matthew here?
We were just having a few words, and it's a great rivalry between the two clubs, and there has been for 20 years. So it's good that that's alive and well.
Are you disappointed he's not going to play on? You get no chance to have another crack at him?
No. Look, in all seriousness, I want to say he's had a fantastic career. He's a superstar of the game. So congratulations to him, and he's made the decision that he wanted to make.
Were you absolutely been a wonderful footballer, Matthew Lloyd? Were you surprised, Spike, by the decision? You're close to Matthew. How did you see the last couple of days and then when it came out?
Yeah, I think we all were surprised. I think most people that he spoke to encouraged him to go on, and we all thought that he might just go one more year, but...
Why do you think he didn't, Spike?
Why didn't you think he didn't?
Is that...
No.
Did you hear what I said?
Well, I think he said he was mentally and physically
Now, what do you
exhausted.
think? Why do you think he didn't go on?
Well, I can only go on what he says in
I
the media,
see.
Sam. So he told me quite some time before the announcement that he was going to retire, and he felt that he'd lost a bit of ping around the ground. He wasn't as quick as what he used to be, but I sort of explained to him, you're very strong, you could play out of the goal square, but never happened.
Aka, why do you think he didn't go around again?
Oh, no, I don't think he got on with the coach so well, perhaps. Having been there myself a couple of times, it's amazing what happens. Maybe, perhaps, who knows? But hey, when you get to this age, you got to make the decision. It's not easy if you don't feel like you can still go. It's a tough game. It's getting even tougher. And
Campbell,
you've got to be able to run.
You must be disappointed he's not going on, mate. It would have been an honour to be knocked out by him, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have. But like I said, he's made the right decision. And every now and then you get worked up a little bit, like you've been in the papers this week over an incident where you got your emotions got the better of you, Sam, and you did something.
I wasn't emotional at all. I've never been calmer in my life.
What did you call that driver? What did you say to him? Did you tell us what you said to him?
No, I can't.
Why not?
No, because I can't.
Because he's going to court. And it's right about now that we're going to cut this off. We're going to go out to Billy, who's in the CGU green room. William, who have you got out there?
Thank you, Gazza. Yes, Channel 9 personalities everywhere out here. There's the CGU girls and Nick Stevens with a lovely fur rug on his chest here, but we've got a superstar amongst us here. He's got 2 #1 world movies going around, and one of them is Charlie and his Roots.
No, that would be a very different kind of film, Billy. I think it's called Charlie and Boots.
Shane-o, here he is, Shane Jacobson, of course, and it's flying there. Hey, what's it like working with Paul Hogan?
Oh, it could be better. I mean, obviously, comedy's my thing. It was like being asked to, I don't know, kick a goal with Tony Lockett or eat a pie with you. I would imagine would be the same comparison.
And you into your footy, mate?
Yeah, Western Bulldogs. So obviously, I'm a week away from having smiled. But no, look, obviously, I hope a good team on the day wins. But I actually don't care because the doggies are out.
But who's going to win, the Cats or the Saints?
I think the Saints, but I wouldn't mind if the Cats win.
Right, no, the Cats will be good. Well done. Okay, Brody, you got Brody here. We also got the 2009 Brownlow medalist here. Congratulations to Lauren Phillips. I'm sure she won it the other night. Was it you or Gary that won it?
It was definitely me. No, it was Gary, obviously.
And how is little Gazza?
He's good. He's feeling good. I'm excited about the weekend now. So we've got over all the Brownlow stuff. We're into grand final mode now.
Tucked up in bed, is he?
Of course.
Wish I was. Anyway, good on you, lads. And hey, have we got a superstar here? And let's see if he's going to join a new club. It is Big Bad Barry Hall. G'day, Bad. Good, mate. Congratulations on the opener today. That was fantastic.
It wasn't Academy Award-winning stuff, but it'll do, mate.
I dare say your favourite moment would have been having James Brayshaw in a headlock.
Yeah, when he went blue, that was the best moment of all.
Now, tell us, what is the word? Are you going to be with the doggies next year?
Oh, look, I'm in the doghouse enough at home, so it's probably a good fit. So, no, look, we've obviously agreed to terms. There's been a lot of talk, and if we can get a trade done, we will.
Agreed to terms?
Yeah, look, it's been a long process, but there's a lot of water to go on the bridge yet, but let's hope we can get it done.
Oh, exclusive on the Footy Show. Agreed to terms, 2-year deal, and he'll be at the doggies next year. Who wins the big one, Bazza?
Look, I'm tipping Geelong. I think they're peaking at the right time, and let's hope the catch it up.
All right, we've got to plug CGU again. CGU, thank you very much. More plugs here than Craig Hutchison's hair. Back to you, guys.
Nicely done, William, out there in the CGU green room. Speaking of Craig Hutchison, ladies and gentlemen, the best newsbreaker in the business for the 10th year in a row was voted the #1 man in football in terms of breaking news, and I think it's only fair that we acknowledge the great man. Can you give him a warm round of applause? Craig Hutchison is here. Where is he? There he is. That's about as warm as it's going to get, Hutchie. And we can't hear you either, which is good.
Turn round. Turn round, Craig.
No, he's looking good. He's looking a little more...
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, coming together. We can't hear him out there, Jim, but he had a fantastic year, Hutchie. We appreciate all the work he did throughout the course of this season. It was sensational.
That went well.
Yeah, beautifully done.
Best work he's done all year.
There we are. Just working perfect. We're going to take a break, ladies and gentlemen. The Dulux Grand Final review is not far away, but next, Shane Crawford reclaims a world record. Stay with us on the Grand Final Footy Show.
Shane, each week will attempt to break a Guinness Book of World Records. This will be must-watch television.
What Shane needs to do is to essentially strip down to just a pair of shorts, have more than 125 golden orb weaver spiders poured onto his body.
I'm shitting my pants. They bit me. Got a red back.
The number of spiders he's just had on him is 153.
That's what I'm
The record is actually the most people kissed in 60 seconds. They must be connecting kisses on the face.
Some of you need to brush your teeth. That was terrible.
We've got 96 for a new Guinness World Record.
Now we've got a dual world record holder in our midst.
Current record stands at 16.
Silly! Disappointing night, Jim.
It's a disgrace.
And we will actually only count the ones that hit directly in the face of the receiver.
Full on.
The number of pies that hit your face tonight were 22.
I've done this for nothing. Shane, that's twice in a row you've tried and failed.
The record stood at 148. Shane managed 25 spins.
25 spins, Shane, so he only fell about 123 short.
But after about 100 pairs of underpants, the blood will stop flowing to his groin. Shane has smashed the record with 180 pairs of underpants. Balls are shot from this machine at least 100 kilometres an hour. Balls have to be caught and put into a bucket. The record was 33 and that was 2. The time you just ran was 12.0. 60 seconds to crush as many eggs as he can with his head. So, it's a new world record.
Five-time world champion.
Welcome back to the Footy Show. There he is, Shane Crawford. 5 times he's broken a Guinness World Record. I'm here with Chris Sheedy from the Guinness World Records. Now, that record that we saw at the end there, Chris, that's the one we're after because he broke it with 90 broken eggs about 2 months ago. It has since been broken.
It has. The record lasted for about 7 days and it was then broken by a guy by the name of Alex Hitchcock, who happens to be a Pom.
Well, he's a Pom. And Shane's taken that pretty badly, it's got to be said. Now, before I introduce the man who's going to try and restore some pride to Australia after the Ashes, just talk us through the guidelines. We've got a long line up here. How many is he after and where is the actual golden egg which will indicate that he's broken the record?
Yeah, OK, Shane's got 60 seconds to break as many eggs as he can using only his head. Yeah. No hands, no other part of his body.
Yep.
The current record stands at 103.
Ooh.
The golden egg we can see here is at number 104.
Oh, gee, this is going to be tough. This was a courageous effort when he did it first. He's been psyching himself up, ladies and gentlemen, for about a month. Now, he won't get through this without your support. He's backstage, he's prepared, he's done a lot of work. You've got to really lift, you've got to lift for Australia. Shane Crawford.